organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, President Obama made a campaign stop at Iowa State University today. We'll tell you why the president believes students can make a difference in November's election.
And several University of Iowa students are working to stimulate the local economy. Find out which businesses are seeing profits.
And in sports, we have everything you need to know about head coach Kirk Ferentz's meeting with the media this afternoon.
We'll have all that and more. Daily Iowan TV starts now.
I'm Tom Brokaw. For more than 100 years now, the University of Iowa community has been waking up to the Daily Iowan. Today, it's the largest newsroom in eastern Iowa. And now you can see the news every night on Daily Iowan TV and get it anytime worldwide at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for tuning in to your Tuesday edition of Daily Iowan TV. I'm Rebecca Hager.
And I'm Kate Constable. Tuesday was the first day of President Obama's college tour. The president spoke to Iowa State University students and stressed the importance of young voters. Daily Iowan TV's Christina Targos has the story from Ames.
It's easy to tell when the president is in town by all the snipers on the roof. President Barack Obama visited Iowa State today to stress the importance of young voters. In 2008, young voters were a vital part of the election of President Barack Obama. 66% of his voters were under the age of 30. However, in the 2010 midterm elections, the percentage of young voters fell by 60%. This cost the Democrats Senate and House seats across the country. So to make sure that does not happen in this presidential election, President Barack Obama is promoting his views on college to college students. And today at Iowa State, this attracted 6,000 people, both students and community members.
Your generation chooses which path we take as a country. Your vote decides where we go from here.
President Obama has done a lot to help relieve college students of their massive amounts of debt. He established the college tax credit, which is worth up to $10,000 over the course of 4 years. This alone has helped 78,000 Iowa college students. The college tax credit is part of the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act of 2009. The American Opportunity Credit gives students up to $2,500 per year, and 40% of that amount is refundable credit. Along with establishing the college tax credit, Obama also increased funding for the Pell Grant Scholarship. The Pell Grant Scholarship is the most popular federal grant available. It is available to mostly low-income families and does not have to be repaid. The increased funding for this grant has helped over 221,000 Iowa students, as well as thousands of other students across the country. Obama's focus on young voters stretches beyond student finances and is pushing towards gay rights and lowering the cost of fuel by promoting renewable resources. Christina Targos, Daily Iowan TV.
President Obama also visited Colorado State University Tuesday and will make an appearance at the University of Virginia on Wednesday.
And back here at the University of Iowa campus, the main library is getting a makeover. A new Learning Commons area, which will include group study areas and classrooms, will be added to the building. Officials say they decided to add on to the building after noticing an increase in students coming to the main library to study with other students. A larger cafe will take the place of the current food cart. Students will be able to use their meal plans at the cafe to buy items like sandwiches and cappuccinos. The project is expected to cost $14.5 million and will be completed in December 2013.
And in other news, a couple accused of child endangerment after the death of a 20-month-old child are scheduled to face a judge together. Jorge Perez and Maria Balderas are each charged with beating Marcus Balderas to death in April. Iowa City police say the child had broken ribs, multiple bruises, and was bleeding from the head. A final autopsy reported the child's death was from injuries to the head. Perez was originally charged with child endangerment with no injury, but prosecutors dismissed the charge in July, and Perez and Balderas are scheduled to be tried in December.
An Iowa man is charged with theft and harassment after he allegedly posted a picture of a naked woman from her smartphone that he found in a bar. Police say 25-year-old Atancio Fraustow uploaded the nude photo to the woman's Facebook page at the Union Bar in Iowa City in January 2011. He then sent the phone's owner a text and said he would return her phone if she had sex with him.
It may now be easier for Cedar Rapids to rebuild after damages caused by the flood in 2008 destroyed much of the city. A rule change made by the Iowa Economic Development Authority will help attract more investment to the area. City officials say the law will let the city redevelop without flood protection. However, new developments in the floodplain are required to be elevated a foot above the plain or be protected in some other way. Under the current rule, builders could only redevelop if they are reimbursed the authority for how much the property costs, as well as how much it costs to demolish it. The University of Iowa campus was also damaged by the same flood. The university officials are working with the FEMA to replace the 3 damaged buildings, including Hancher Auditorium.
And in another way to help local development, 3 University of Iowa students are lending a hand in boosting area businesses' finances. Jeremy Sunny, Dan Amarisco, and Avi Weinstock-Herman created SeedLauncher.com. It is an online investment website that allows students to donate money to a local business. The website launched this summer. Utopia Frozen Yogurt and Molly's Cupcakes were already receiving funding from the site, and today Iowa City Games joined the site. Businesses are required rewards to potential investors like a free cup of coffee or another product. Utopia and Molly's Cupcakes have each raised more than $100 through the website.
Still to come on Daily Iowan TV, we'll tell you how a local restaurant drew hundreds of people to their doors this evening.
And in sports, see what Hawkeye head coach will be throwing out the first pitch at Wrigley Field this Friday. That's coming up in just a bit. But now let's check in with Daily Iowan TV's Alyssa Bergamini for your local weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Rebecca. Well, it has been quiet here in the Midwest, but the local weather here in Iowa City has only been heating up. Wednesday morning will start out around 63 degrees, but don't plan on dressing too warm. For the afternoon, you can expect temperatures to rise all the way up into the 90s. And luckily, for the evening, temperatures will be cooling back down. Unfortunately, the last 2 days of August seem more like spring rather than fall. Let's take a quick look at the rest of the week. Thursday and Friday will continue to stay sunny with high temps in the 90-degree range. But come Saturday and Sunday, the weather will take a turn with a mix of both some sun and some possible rain. But don't worry, because Labor Day on Monday will be comfortable weather to enjoy the day off. That's all for your local weather forecast. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Alyssa. Now let's take a look at what's happening around the world. Tropical Storm Isaac is now classified as a Category 1 hurricane. The storm is expected to hit landfall in New Orleans late Tuesday. President Obama has pledged to coastal governors that any resources necessary will be available to them. Many states along the Gulf Coast are under evacuation.
And Republicans are still meeting in Tampa at the Republican National Convention. Mitt Romney was officially named the Republican candidate for president. Republicans also approved a strict party platform to ban all abortions and gay marriage. Party officials say abortions and gay marriage put the American dream at risk.
Argentina is using some unconventional tactics to save the whales. Officials say that seagulls are attacking whales as a source of food, so it will be legal to shoot seagulls from now on. Environmentalists blame people for creating too much trash, making the seagulls population explode. And now Daily Iowan TV's Cody Goodwin is here for a look at your Hawkeye sports.
Thank you, ladies, and welcome back to the Daily Iowan Sports Studio, where we begin today with some news and notes from Kirk Ferentz's media session earlier this afternoon. The Hawkeye head man addressed media members for the last time before the Hawkeyes roll into Soldier Field this Saturday to face Northern Illinois in both teams' season opener. Among things discussed were the Black and Gold's leaders, and they also addressed the success of Barkley Hill's surgery. Team captains for the year and the possibility of running all 3 running backs on the depth chart were also recognized today at the conference. Seeing time Saturday will also be the 6, 7, or 8 Hawkeye defensive linemen. Ferentz also told the media members that the Black and Gold will be practicing on grass throughout the week to prepare for Soldier Field's natural playing surface. The Hawks open the season at 2:30 this Saturday in Chicago. For more on the squad, be sure to check out tomorrow's edition of Daily Iowan TV Sports when the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin, joins the set for an exclusive interview. And the good news just keeps coming for the University of Iowa women's soccer team. The Black and Gold sophomore standout Chloe Lacoste has been named Forward of the Week by TopDrawerSoccer.com. The Canadian forward scored 2 goals and added 2 assists last week in a pair of wins over Loyola University of Chicago and in-state rival Northern Iowa. The sensational striker currently leads the Big Ten in shots, shots per game, points, points per game, goals, goals per game, and assists, prompting head coach Ron Rainey to say, quote, "It's been a great start for Chloe. The new challenge now is to do that on a day-in, day-out basis as the season goes on." End quote. Lacoste and the rest of the soccer Hawks look to stay hot this Friday against Iowa State at the Iowa State University Soccer Complex. The team is currently 4-0, looking to build on the fourth best start in school history. And more accolades were handed down today, this time from the gridiron, with freshman offensive lineman Ryan Ward added to the University of Iowa's 2012 leadership group. The group includes 5 seniors, 4 juniors, 3 sophomores, 2 redshirt freshmen, and Ward, who is the only first-year freshman to receive the honor. The 6-foot, 275-pound New Lenox, Illinois native attended Providence High School and was named to the Army All-American team while also nabbing first-team All-State honors as a high school senior. And finally, we wrap some things up with some fun news coming out of the Hawkeye basketball program. We all know Fran McCaffrey can toss a chair, but come this Friday, we'll find out if the Hawkeye head man can toss a baseball, after the Chicago Cubs announced that McCaffrey will throw out the ceremonial first pitch at Hawkeye Day with the Cubs. The Hoops head coach will be joined by former Hawkeye Bobby Hansen, who will sing the 7th-inning stretch. Hansen was a 4-year letter winner and a member of UI's 1980 Final Four team before going on to win an NBA championship with the Chicago Bulls. The game is scheduled for 1:20, and they'll play the San Francisco Giants at Wrigley Field. That's all for us here at the sports. Back to you girls at the desk.
Thanks, Cody. And before we leave you tonight, you may have noticed some extra people in line at Ponchero's Burritos in downtown Iowa City today. The popular restaurant's 20th anniversary is today, and it's celebrated by lowering the cost of burritos to only $1. The annual event always draws in many college students looking for a budget-friendly dinner.
I think we've been here maybe half an hour, 45 minutes-ish, and dollar burritos today, so I gotta head out for that. Why? Because it's cheap. I'm a college kid. I spend my money on other things, aka school.
More than 200 people waited in line for the low-cost meal. And only with Daily Iowan TV can you get a sneak peek into the Wendy's pages of the Daily Iowan. Read the full story on President Obama's visit to Ames.
And find out what local elementary schools are doing to increase retention in the classroom. That's your latest edition of Daily Iowan TV.
Be sure to check us out at the same time tomorrow or any time online at dailyiowan.com. Thanks for watching and have a great night.